A partly to mostly sunny day for most of you, fair skies for others. Just an absolutely gorgeous day out there. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, where we are going to be looking at sunshine here for a little bit yet this afternoon before the clouds begin to move in. And then late tonight, early tomorrow morning, we're going to have some scattered shower activity going on. We've got a system that's over Iowa right now, and that system is going to be moving in a northeasterly direction, crossing the western part of the Upper Peninsula and dragging a warm front up through, which is the reason why by the time the day is all done, we're going to be looking at temperatures in that low to mid 70-degree range. Matthew, what do we have on the thermometer right now?
Right now, over at the airport, it's partly sunny at 60. Over in Midland, it's fair at 61. Here at Radio Center, it's fair at 61. We have east winds at 10 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.06, and it's falling.
Benton Harbor right now is looking at 70 degrees, and they'll get up to right around 75, 76 before the clouds move in. And there's going to be a few more clouds moving in that part of the state earlier this afternoon. As I said, the low pressure system is staying well to the west of us, so we're on the warm side of it. We're not going to be looking at a cold front moving through here much at all. Whatever does move through is going to be the warm front and then some upper air disturbance as we go through the next couple of days, which is the reason why late tonight and early tomorrow morning, we're going to have not only the cloud cover, but some scattered shower activity. We could see a little bit of it before sunset tonight, which is at 8:40. But I think the best chance of seeing any precipitation is going to be later on tonight and during the morning hours tomorrow morning. As we move through the day tomorrow, the shower activity will be pushing off to the east. So by about this time tomorrow, maybe 2-3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, all of the precipitation will be well to the east of us, and we'll still be looking at some clouds, but then eventually some clearing as we get into the evening hours. And then the weekend, other than possibly seeing a widely scattered sprinkle or light rain on Saturday, we're going to be pretty much uneventful with temperatures in that low 70-degree range. Matter of fact, 73 is our high today, 74 tomorrow, Saturday 72, and Sunday 72. And nighttime lows 57 tonight, 54 Friday night, and 56 on Saturday night. So a lot of really nice weather. If you don't get too much precipitation, you should be in pretty good shape. And right now, it doesn't look as though overall we're going to be looking at a lot of rain out of this system. But still, there is going to be that chance of a thunder shower, an isolated thunder shower, which could give you a little bit heavier amount of rain in a short period of time. All of this weather that we're getting right now is very common toward the end of May and into June. So we're running a good 2 to, in some cases up as close as 3 weeks ahead of weather-wise where we should be this time of the year. 63 is our average high, 42 is our average low. So 15 degrees above normal at night. Record high in this state is 85. That was set way back 101 years ago and tied in 2001. The record low is 27, set in 1945. The warmest ever was in 2001 for a May the 2nd. 85 was our high, 61 was our low. The coldest ever was set back in 1940. 37 was our high, 33 was our low. Long range now to take us all the way through the 17th of the month. Normal to slightly above normal as far as our temperatures go, slightly above normal as far as the moisture is concerned as well. So as far as any fears of putting plants out or tender foliage at this stage of the game, the less than 10% probability of seeing temperatures at or below the freezing mark. The normal frost-free date for us here in the Great Lakes Bay region is right around the 20th of May, but at this time, it looks as though it's going to be a whole lot earlier than that. More on the weather as incidentally, a year ago, The reason why a lot of folks didn't have their plants in now, 43 was our high and 36 was our low. So that just kind of gives you an idea a year ago where we were and obviously how far ahead we are right now at this stage of the game. As far as planting progress goes, yeah, we're running ahead, obviously, as far as planting. With well over 50%, according to some folks on the sugar beet harvest. Just to kind of give you an idea here, real quick, as far as planting progress goes in our particular region here in the continental United States, the states that are reporting that they are behind on corn planting right now is Colorado, Nebraska, Indiana, Ohio, here in Michigan, and in Pennsylvania. Illinois says that they're pretty much right on where they should be this time of the year. And again, this comes to corn planting. Soybeans, Nebraska is behind and Indiana is behind. And North Dakota hasn't put any acreage in yet. And normally they don't this time of the year. More on the weather and planting progress as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have today?
Up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. The lawnmowers are running right now and farmers are planting. Spring is here. And right now is the time to stop at Weiss Equipment and get the equipment you need to make your life easier. Tractors from Case IH and Yanmar, mowers from Cub Cadet, off-road vehicles from Polaris. The Yanmar tractors, 21 to 35 horse, 10-year warranty. You can choose from a low-rate financing for up to 72 months, 0 or cash off. And Case IH tractors from 35 to 140 horsepower, 0% for up to 60 months or cash back. Cub Cadet, during the Ultimate Sales event going on, you get spring rebates of up to $1,000 off on select models. And as far as the Polaris off-road vehicles are concerned, save big on the 2023 models or check out the 2024 models. Choose between a low-rate finance or rebates of up to $2,000. Rebates, financing, they vary by model financing, subject to credit approval, so see Weiss Equipment for all the details. Remember, Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, WeissEquipment.com. Whatever it is, they're doing it right longer. We say good morning to Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. And Abby, I had to have you on Thursday because you have a chance to redeem yourself today.
Yeah, that's definitely why. But the markets are looking better today.
Soybeans taken off pretty good so far.
Yes, I was pleasantly surprised. Looks like there is quite a bit of rain down in Argentina that is delaying harvest and potentially affecting the quality of the beans.
Well, yeah, and bean quality, that's something we really don't talk a lot about, quality of the product. Buyers out there, everything costs so much more. And obviously they are really looking at quality to try, if it's not so much, they want to knock that price down a little bit. So I think
if we're paying more, you better get the best quality you can.
Yeah. And as far as the corn, it looks for the most part that corn is just kind of tagging along. But I did notice something a little bit different. Some of the nearby wheat contracts were trading up quite a bit, but some of the futures contracts weren't up as much.
Oh, You got me stumped on that one.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious what's going on. But right now on the board, what have you got?
Right now on the board, old crop corn $3.90, new crop $4.12. Beans, old crop $11.48, new crop $11.15. Red wheat, old crop $4.97, new crop $5.28, and white wheat $5.68, and new crop $5.88.
A lot of planting going on where you are, Abby?
Yeah, everyone today is definitely the big salad first, go forward. And I'm I was out driving around here a little bit ago talking with some farmers, and there's quite a few that they're ready.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of acreage in here probably today, and hopefully with fingers crossed they'll get a nice shower on top of that. So we ought to be really off and running, huh?
Yeah, I would like a shower, to not show up tomorrow. That would make these guys happy, but I also planted a little bit of flower seed last night, so I don't have to water it if it rains.
Yeah, there you go. Let Mother Nature do the work. Abby,
Yep.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. You take care, all right?
You too, Terry.
All right, Abby Twilliger over at the Andersons. Over to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer we go now. The market report brought to you by Krijak's House Family Restaurant. You got an event coming up and you need to supply the food for that event? Not a problem. 989-894-5531. And let's say you want to give whoever is in the kitchen a break this Mother's Day. They can handle that for you. Just give them a call and reserve your chairs and table. 989-894-5531. A great place to dine in. Corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's south side. That's Krijak's House. And by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Serving you is their business, and they've been doing it since 1983. They've got a great selection of sure crop products and natures that'll help you increase your yields. And of course, Vic Huffer will help you analyze whatever you do need. And he's a certified crop advisor, so he can answer some questions, especially if you got some weed concerns out there, because everything is growing and the weeds obviously always grow faster, if you know what I mean. Freeland Bean and Grain, serving you since 1983. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
Well, a little bit better on the Chicago Board of Trade, but what else is going on?
Well, rumor has it that the Bank of Japan did intervene on the yen. Was trading at a 34-year low against the dollar, and so they raised interest rates, which raised their currency a little bit. Well, not a little bit, almost 3%, and they're still talking about intervening some more to raise that currency a little bit more. So we'll see what happens. They're kind of quiet about what they do, as opposed to over here, where they just blah, blah, blah on and on and on about what they've done and how great they are at running an economy without the free market, getting involved in it, which is kind of ridiculous. But new high, 10 cent hit a new high today, and you probably never heard of them, but they're Jack Ma's company, sort of Jack Ma's company. Him and the Chinese government own that. And, he kind of disappeared for a while, like a year. And I think he was, reprogrammed, and now he's back. And things are just ducky there. And anyway, that's the 10th largest company in the world. And, like I said, we really don't even know what it is. So
no,
interesting there.
But they're Chinese backed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Figures.
Yeah. Other than that, the markets kind of sort of trade. It was kind of weird yesterday because the stock market, the Dow Jones, was up over 500 points, and it closed at just about zero. So they lost 500 points in the last 45 minutes of trading, and we just watched it go down and went, that AI is really something special. When it just gets kicked in, it goes one way, and then it gets kicked in, and it goes the other way. So as long as you're on the right side of it, it's okay. So we'll see what happens.
Better be on the right side.
Well, here's your numbers. The July corn, 455 and a quarter, up 4.5. December corn, 477, up 4 1/4. July soybeans, 1188 and a quarter, up 18. The November soybeans, 1179 3/4, up 14 3/4. July wheat, 599 and a quarter, unchanged. And December wheat, 646, up 1/4 of a penny. Crude oil under 79, 78.96, down 4 cents. Heating oil is 243.46, down 1.8 cents. Gasoline 258.13, that's up 0.4 cents, and still even in Caro is trading at a 95-cent premium to haul it, and whatnot. 253 in Caro, so they're leading the charge, trying to get it down. So maybe the rest of these goofballs around here will follow, but not yet. Natural gas is 232.5. That is up 6 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.37 Canadian. That's down 4 ticks. The dollar buys 153.62 yen. That's down 85 ticks today and about 400 ticks in the last 3 days. The euro's at 107.01, down 8 ticks. The dollar's at 105.59, down 16 ticks. Gold is at 23.11.20, up 20 cents. Silver's 26.72, up a dime. Platinum's 962.20, up $7, and copper's 449. That's down 6 cents. New high on copper today.
Wow. Wow. And it's down, huh?
A little.
All right, Doug. I guess. That's the word. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. They can help you with lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Hometown Financial Solution, you think? Well, why don't you check them out? Stop by any of their conveniently located offices and see if they can be your hometown financial solution. Find out a little bit more about them as well by going online to frankenmuthcu.org. Coming up next, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Joe Kramer from the Michigan Bean Commission.
But before we go to Joe, let's take a quick break.
Hi, I'm Ray from Begic Nursery and Garden Center in Bay City. With our beautiful new greenhouse, we've grown more space for you to shop for all your lawn and garden needs. Explore the area's largest selection of exclusive cascading waterfalls, outdoor art, gorgeous planters, and pottery that will add the blazes of color combinations you've always dreamed of. Begic's Outdoor Living Center offers you a great selection of comfortable and colorful Berlin Gardens outdoor living furniture. Grilling with the new Weber from Begic's opens the world of possibilities. Visit our grill zone where you'll find the full line of Weber gas grills, charcoal grills, and all the accessories you need for outdoor cooking at its best. A Weber grill cooks restaurant quality meat and veggies in the comfort of your backyard, backed by the power, reliability, and lifetime support of Weber. This is the perfect time to get your lawn in tip-top shape, whether it's seeding, reseeding, or just patching spots. Begic's has the perfect seed for your lawn. Need help outdoors? We'll see you at Begic's this week on M84, 1 mile east of I-75, west side Saginaw Road, Bay City.
Let's travel on over to Washington, D.C. right now. Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission joining us right now. And Joe, a lot of conversation about the Farm Bill.
There sure is, Terry. We actually spent some time with the Senate Ag Committee yesterday and got a quick overview of what Senator Stabenow revealed or presented yesterday. So a lot of good points in there for us. We're not sure she can get it over the finish line, but we're kind of cheering for her. And one of the main things we were focused on was crop insurance and working on some of the premiums that growers are facing to make sure that's an affordable risk management tool. And it feels like we're headed in the right direction. Of course, she's got to get agreement from the other side too. So work to be done, but felt like we're making progress.
And again, there has to be a lot of conversation simply because the players in this whole scenario are so far removed from agriculture. There's an education process that has to happen.
It's unending, Terry. I guess that's job security for people like me, but it's the argument always comes down to the nutrition title and not the things that are really farm focused, if that makes sense. But you got to get the caucus to the table, and they do that through the feeding programs and more urban focused feeding programs to be fair. But yeah, it's a negotiation, and they're just getting rolling on it. But I'm pretty confident that the senator is anxious to get get this thing done before she walks out the door, and I just have a hunch she will.
I guess I was kind of curious about the date that I had seen mentioned in a few places of May the 23rd. I have to think that's a little optimistic, right?
Yes, I think that is a little optimistic, today being May 2nd, but I think she's got some meetings scheduled that kick into gear next week. I think personally, I think it's probably going to be more out into the election or closer to the election. So if I was a betting man, I'd be thinking next fall, and depending on who it looks like is going to win that election, if the other side is taken over, I think she'll push harder to get it done before she leaves. So it's complicated, right?
Yeah. Nothing is easy in Washington, D.C.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Well, we appreciate your effort, Joe. Glad you're out there, and hopefully you and a few other folks can get this thing on the right track and get it moving, because the quicker we get it done, the better it's going to be for everybody.
Yeah, that's for sure. Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Take care. Joe Kramer, Executive Director of the Michigan Bean Commission. When we return, Matthew, who do we have?
Next, we have Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Insurance Agency.
And we'll talk to Craig in just a moment.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning up the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
Over to Bay Landscaping and Garden Center we go right now. Jerry Samolsky joining us right now with the plant of the week. What have you got there, Jerry?
We got one new one. It's Pyrrhus. It's a broadleaf evergreen. It grows 3 to 6 feet wide and maybe 4 to 8 feet tall. It can take a pruning. Small white flowers, full sun to part shade, and it likes a little bit of protection from winter winds. The nice thing is it can be grown in heavy shade, and it's deer tolerant, meaning the deer don't like to eat it. It's a great plant, good looking. The flowers are just long clusters of little corabels that dangle. They're very graceful. Nice plants. The only thing it wants some drained soil and moisture. So we've got a technique of planting them. If you just set them barely in the ground and heel them in with pine bark, they'll do just fine. They won't get the root rot disease, and they love the acidity from the pine bark. So
and you've got them at the nursery?
We do, Terry, and we're here during the days till 5 and weekends Saturday 9 to 2.
And again, our plant of the week is?
Pyrrhus, Japanese Pyrrhus.
Very good. Jerry, have a nice weekend. Enjoy the weather. We'll talk to you again next week.
Absolutely, Terry.
You bet. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency joining me right now. And Craig, a lot of folks are probably going to be renting some equipment here to get some jobs done.
Right, Terry. With this weather, everything is full speed ahead, and that's a very real possibility, either renting or borrowing something. So if you're doing either one of those, you might want to give your insurance agent a call and just make sure that your policy will cover that piece of equipment. There usually is some automatic coverage built into the policies for those, but it may not be enough to cover the value of the piece that you're using. So we want to double check that.
Oh, that's a good point. It's one thing. Oh, yeah, it's covered. But is that particular unit covered?
Right, especially with the value of some of the pieces of equipment these days.
Boy, I guess so. Craig, you have a good one. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Sounds good, Terry. And remember, it's National Prayer Day, so include all those folks out in the field today in your prayers.
Good advice. You take care. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Let's find out what's going on in New York right now. I don't know if we need some prayers or not there. Teresa DeVoe with Baird and Company joining me. What's going on right now in New York, Teresa?
Prayers are always welcome, but market is doing nicely today with the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 199 at 38,103, 330 million shares traded. NASDAQ up 148 at 15,753 with 385 million shares traded. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar 334.23 up 316, Deere 394.91 up 741. CMS Energy 60.92 up 8, Dow 56.61 down 65, DuPont 77.56 down 75, Corteva 57.28 up 337, General Motors 44.88 up 40, Trinzio 270 up a dime, Walmart 59.53 up 69, Huntington Bank 13.59 down 6, Independent Bank 24.76 down 3, and AT&T at 16.83 down 9.
All right. You have a good one. We'll talk to you again
You too.
soon, okay?
Sounds good. Take care.
Teresa DeVoe over at Baird and Company. Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at the Michaels R. Crop Insurance Agency. All about risk management. So you got to keep that in mind. Remember, they are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. You can get hold of their agents directly on their cell for questions or emergencies, or you can call 989-868-4722. That's the Michaels R. Crop Insurance Agency. Back at 12:30, now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News